In the world of sustainable fashion, finding truly sustainable footwear can be a slippery slope. And even though slippers feature fewer components than most types of footwear, unfortunately, these components often tend to slip into the realm of the unsustainable. All that polyester fleece and insulating batting might keep your toes toasty, but it's doing the same thing to our planet. That's because the synthetic materials used in most slippers will never wear out. Instead, they'll sit in landfills where they'll slowly break apart into microplastics that are a pervasive and highly dangerous form of pollution invading almost every corner of our world, including the human body. Instead, we want to opt for cozy slippers made of natural materials like organic cotton, natural wool, and natural rubber, adhered together with either eco-friendly glues or hand stitching, of course. If synthetics are involved, we at least want them to be recycled. While that doesn't really solve the problem at the end of life fate, but it does at least ensure that that wasted plastic is something that was already landfill bound anyway, and hopefully can be recycled again into something new. But if given the option, we'd rather avoid these synthetics altogether.
That's why we are woolly excited about products like Baabuk's Mel slippers. Designed for both indoor and outdoor use, they're the perfect all-around slipper, featuring a super warm felted wool upper and a natural rubber stitched on sole that means you can walk out, get the mail, grab your paper, whatever, without needing to worry about getting your feet wet. A really cool feature of these is the removable insole, so if your slippers start to get a little bit stinky, chances are you don't even need to replace or even wash the whole thing. You can probably just replace the insole here, which Baabuk sells. It also acts as a perfect extra insulating layer, which if you're like us and you live in a tiny house on a trailer in a place that gets well below zero in the wintertime, it is much appreciated having the little extra insulation on your feet.
But when wool's involved, the ethical side of things is also a really important consideration to keep in mind when you're shopping for ethical slippers. That's why we love that Baabuk is a certified B Corp that only sources their wool from New Zealand, where harmful practices like mulesing are prohibited. On the human rights side of things, everything is made by hand in a scratch-built workshop in Nepal, where mostly women workers are provided fair working conditions and a 25% higher salary than the national average. This is also important to consider in a country where women aren't just given as many job opportunities. Winter, when we say we're going to slip into something more sustainable, now you know what we mean.